I smashed my all-time 1-minute auto-pairing rating last night, so I thought I'd share this with you. If we do finger King's Crusher, and I scroll up, so we'll see 1 minute chess. I'm currently 2299, but yesterday, on the 14th of January 2009, I smashed my all-time record auto-pairing. So what happened? I'd like to show you, because some of the games were quite interesting. If we look at my history, first of all, Anat, if we look at the last few games, let's have a look at this game versus Anat. He's a GM, and I managed to beat him, and usually, you know, he just destroys me. So that's interesting to start off with. If we do a right mouse click to the history, Nala, who let's examine, and I was white, and I tried to surprise him a little bit in the opening. I was black, and I played a6. So in 1 minute chess, this is quite a good strategy to get the opponent out of book, and here it worked remarkably well. So a double fianchetto system with c5 striking at the centre quite quickly, and here, you know, he's offering an exchange check. Bishop takes b2, knight d2 to try and weaken my dark squares, but there's a much more powerful idea. Check, and after knight c3, this is pretty disastrous. I just take on c3, and he can't do queen d2. So this turned out to be one of my most crushing defeats of Anat that I've ever had against him. g4 comes in very useful now to get in knight d4 check, and now I can just win a rook. But first I play with him a bit, I check him, and then take the rook. And now, after f3, I try and open this diagonal for my bishop on c8. Well, that's the plan. But first I was threatening queen e3 mate there. Now knight f6, just putting a little bit of pressure on the centre. Now nice little move g3, so it's stuffing his king's side, so he can't take because of queen e3. And now I'm trying to open up this diagonal for my bishop. So this really is one of my most crushing wins against Anat coming up. Even after the exchange of queens, I just take on f1, and I'm taking on g2, just winning his rook. Here's the rest of the game. So I'm willing to just give up material to stop those pawns, and really he should have resigned, but I think the last like 10 encounters he's beaten me, so this was just such a crushing win to have against him. He resigned, well, he lost here. So let's go back in that one. Well, he was a 2-1-6-9, and I've been playing this, and this b3 followed by a quick fianchetto. So here I just grab the centre, and just try to increase the pressure in the centre, just developing pieces. Yes, bit of a blunder, but knight b5, so I'm getting my piece back. So that wasn't totally intentional. And here, I think things started to go a bit wrong actually. I lost the piece there, and I had to just win on time. So that wasn't a great win at all. That was just, he managed to blunder a piece back there. So that wasn't brilliant. Let's go back. So that wasn't very convincing at all. So another game versus Grandmaster Anat, and this time, so b3 against him. So sorry, he was playing b3 against me. Let's flip the board here. So I had played this a6 and b5, and he played this early queen h5. I didn't recognise that move. Now knight f6, and I just patiently try and harass his queen a bit. So I'm picking up the light square bishop there, and now I just play this very aggressive g5. So I'm putting him under a bit of pressure, but my king's in the middle. Try and exchange off queens, and try and hold together my position in the centre. Try and reroute this knight from the queen side. And here, this knight d3 and rook c2, I'm starting to get the upper hand here, winning a piece. But I have to hold it together tactically, which is quite difficult to do at 1 minute chess. So I give up the exchange here to simplify and drag this pawn, and resign there. Either that or he lost on time. So let's go back again. Castor. So another GM, 2562, and yeah, I just had a bit of a run of luck. But this system with b3 and bishop b2, so I'm using it as a kind of stonewall attack, with the advantage of it being sort of upgraded with this bishop being useful, sort of, because it's usually locked in behind dark squared pawns. So this is a great system for blitz. It looks as though I've blundered here though, and actually, yeah, I think this wasn't one of my better games. This was a horrible loss. Yeah. So I lost horribly this one. He was 2562, so unbelievable rating for 1 minute auto pairing. Let's not go any further on that. So how did the winning streak happen? This set of games here, McZugzwang. So a 2150, again with this b3 system, but working out a bit more successfully, I think, in this game. He disconnected and forfeited because I found d6 just in time. I thought I was getting my queen skewered. So he played queen f7. And he didn't need to resign here. He could have just played on. He could have just, taken... It was just the queen exchange, but he sort of disconnected and forfeited here. He's not like a piece down or anything. He could have just recaptured. So then Nalapu... let's flip the board. So here I kind of didn't mind this h5. My king's okay. I thought I'd try and attack him now on the queen side, and got a bit tricky actually, I believe, this game. So I'm trying to this was a nice tactic though, to try and undermine that knight on c5 to get it back. Let's give up my rook. I think this might be in a time win or something. Actually, very close time win. Yeah, I was a bit jammy on time. I just moving very rapidly here, and it was like, look at the clocks at the end, 0 to 0. So I must have won by a fraction of a second there. Beat him again there. That wasn't the best game. This is what can happen at 1 minute chess. So most people don't play this b3, so he just casually like finching his bishop. So that was quite a quick win there. Symbiote. So this is quite a high rated player. We'll flip the board again. Again, I'm just trying to get people completely out of opening territory with black. So this system seems quite interesting to play at this speed, and trying to aggressively harass that bishop. So I'm going to castle queenside, and got the bishop off, trying to get something against his king going. So he takes on g4, which I thought was a bit silly because he's opening up a line against his king. And now knight h3 mate. So this is the sort of thing that can happen. So, and okay, the last final sequence, these last three. So I was black against GM again, and I played again this rubbish kind of stuff, but at least it gets the GM out of his stuff. And he's 2450 on the auto pairing, so this is quite a dangerous GM. So what on earth happened here, you may wonder? Well, I didn't want any knight e7s there, so I seem to have a reasonable position here. And he just blunders his knight on d5. There's no bishop c4 or anything. So check, and I've got a wonderful game here. Knight e2 is mating because king h1, rook takes f1 mate. So that helped, and no smoker. No, I got the knight to e5, so this is like a stonewall attack improved with the queen's bishop being useful, and basically I was winning that piece there on that last recapture because that diagonal was weakened. So I won that piece, and he resigned here. And then finally this one. So white again playing b3, bishop b2, shattered this pawn structure there. But here I just was winning material. This knight e3 is not that hot here. So I've got 2 pieces for the rook, but it's a little bit tricky. And to try and defend my second rank there, I'm trying to undermine f6. But now his rooks aren't that brilliant, so I can harass them with my minor pieces. And basically he lost some time here, I think. So that got me to 2-3-3-5, getting my all-time record at 1 minute chess on the auto pairing. So 2-3-3-5. Hope you enjoyed that. Please leave any comments on YouTube. Thanks very much.